Let me tell you a true story about a stockbroker who crashed his helicopter while high, sank a $5 million yacht, and became so rich he thought throwing little people at office parties was entertainment. His name? Jordan Belfort, also known as the Wolf of Wall Street. And for a while, he got away with it. Jordan Ross Belfort grew up in Queens, New York. Son of accountants, middle-class family. Nothing remarkable about his upbringing. He tried selling meat and seafood door to door after college. That business failed. Then he tried dental school. Dropped out after the dean told him the golden age of dentistry was over. He needed another way to make money, fast. So he got into finance. Started as a trainee at a small brokerage firm on Wall Street. Got his license to sell stock to the public. Learned the business. Got laid off almost immediately when the firm went bankrupt. But Jordan had discovered something about himself. He could sell. Not just that. He could make people believe anything. Urgent things, important things, unimportant things, things they needed to act on immediately. That talent was about to make him very rich, and eventually very incarcerated. In 1989, Jordan started his own firm, Stratton Oakmont, located in Lake Success, Long Island. Not exactly Wall Street, but that was intentional. Away from the scrutiny of Lower Manhattan, away from established firms and their oversight. Out on Long Island where nobody was watching too closely, he recruited young brokers, mostly kids with no experience, no licenses initially, no idea what they were doing. But Jordan didn't need experience. He needed aggression. He needed people he could mold. So he molded them. He gave them scripts. Scripts so detailed and so specific that a trained monkey could use them. Scripts designed to create urgency, to create the fear of missing out, to create the illusion of insider knowledge. The kind of language carefully engineered to bypass rational thinking and get people to say yes before they thought too hard about it. Stratton Oakmont owned many penny stocks, cheap stocks no one had ever heard of, stocks with little real value, being sold like they were gold. They cold-called people, all day, every day, convincing them these phantom stocks were once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. And the more people bought in, the higher the stock price went. That was the whole point. That was the scam. Because while everyone else was buying, Stratton Oakmont was quietly selling, dumping their own shares at these inflated prices, leaving investors holding the bag. A classic pump and dump scheme. You hype the stock, drive the price up, sell at the top, walk away, rinse, repeat. And if you want to know exactly what that looked like in the real world, look no further than Steve Madden. Yes, that's Steve Madden. The shoes. In 1993, Stratton Oakmont took Steve Madden's company public. IPO day. Stratton brokers hit the phones hard, drove the stock from $4 a share to $18 a share in a single day. What the public didn't know was that Jordan and his associates secretly controlled roughly 85% of the company's stock. They manufactured the demand, they manufactured the price, then they sold, quietly, at top dollar, and left everyone else holding shares worth a fraction of what they paid. Steve Madden himself was not an innocent bystander. He knew. He participated. He was convicted separately, served 31 months in federal prison. The shoes survived. The integrity did not. Now let's talk about who was actually on the other end of those phone calls, because investors can be an abstract word. The reality was much more personal. These investors were retirees, small business owners, school teachers, nurses, ordinary people, everyday people, who worked hard for money that Jordan Belfort treated as inventory. One widow lost her entire life savings. A dentist lost his retirement fund. People who could not absorb the loss. People whose financial lives never recovered. Jordan wasn't having that problem. His life was moving in the opposite direction. Hundreds turned into millions. Millions turned into tens of millions. Tens of millions turned into more than he could spend, and he tried hard to spend it. By Jove, he tried real hard to spend it. Private jets, yachts, mansions, multiple properties, drugs, a lot of drugs. Quaaludes were his drug of choice. At one point he took so many, he couldn't walk, had to crawl to his car, then drove home anyway, crashed it in his driveway. He crashed his helicopter while high, more than once. At the peak of his excess, he was spending $250,000 a month on Quaaludes for just himself. And then there was the yacht, the Nadine, named after his second wife, 167 feet of excess. In 1996, Jordan decided to sail the Nadine from the Mediterranean toward Italy, against the explicit advice of the captain, who told him the Mediterranean weather was dangerous. Jordan overruled the captain, because Jordan knew better. A storm hit. Shocking. The yacht sank. The Italian Navy had to rescue them. That same chaos spilled inside the company. The office became a playground for excess. Young brokers were expected to keep up. Dwarf-tossing contests at company parties. A woman whose head was shaved in the office for $10,000. Prostitutes brought in as office entertainment. And at Christmas, Jordan handed out bonuses. Not checks, not wire transfers, briefcases of cash. $10,000 to $100,000 per broker. Undeclared, untaxed. Just bags of cash, passed around a room full of drunk brokers at the office Christmas party. The IRS would have had thoughts about that. The IRS was not invited. The place was completely unhinged and making extraordinary amounts of money. Jordan needed somewhere to put all of this money. Money that couldn't be explained, money that couldn't be traced. So he built a money laundering operation. His second wife, Nadine, had an aunt, a British citizen named Patricia Meller. You can guess what happened next. Jordan used her to open accounts at Swiss banks, specifically at a private bank called United Private Bank. Cash was strapped and taped to bodies, literally human couriers. Cash carried across borders, deposited into accounts held in names that weren't Jordan Belfort's, then used to buy luxury assets in the United States. Money looked clean. Nadine herself carried cash into Switzerland. She was not a passive bystander. She knew, she participated. She was never charged. She cooperated with prosecutors in exchange for her immunity. At its peak, Stratton Oakmont employed over 1,000 brokers, had defrauded investors of more than $200 million. But eventually, people started asking questions. Regulators started noticing the pattern. The SEC got involved, then the FBI. Wiretaps, investigations, cases building quietly. And once they had enough, it was over. Former colleagues started cooperating. People Jordan trusted started talking. Danny Porish, his partner and co-founder, was arrested alongside him. Jordan Belfort was arrested in 1998, pleaded guilty to securities fraud and money laundering, sentenced to 4 years in federal prison, served only 22 months because he cooperated with the FBI. Here is where it gets ironic. After prison, Jordan Belfort became a motivational speaker, charging companies and individuals thousands of dollars to teach them sales techniques, the same techniques he used to commit fraud. Then he wrote a book about it, The Wolf of Wall Street. Martin Scorsese made it into a movie. Leonardo DiCaprio played him. The movie made hundreds of millions of dollars worldwide. Jordan got paid for that too, and his victims. He was ordered to pay $110 million in restitution. By recent public accounts, nearly 20 years after leaving prison, he has paid back approximately $13 million, nearly $100 million still outstanding, while earning an estimated $18 million a year. From speaking fees, from the book, from the movie, from the brand that his crimes built. His victims are still waiting. Some of them are dead. They died waiting. The restitution agreement requires him to pay 50% of his income toward what he owes. Investigators have questioned whether he is reporting his full income. Jordan says he is. Then again, Jordan says a lot of things. He didn't invent the scam, he just repackaged it better. Beneath the suits, beneath the yachts, beneath the excess, the Wolf of Wall Street was still just a telemarketer.